Hello everybody, welcome back to Not Lock and Pie's World, and today we are going to be showing you how to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. So if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's get on with the video. So before we start learning how to solve the 4x4, I need to teach you 4x4 Rubik's Cube notation. So if you remember from my 5x5, 2x2, and 3x3 video, you have basically letters that show you what moves to turn. So first, if I say like any 3x3 notations, like if you remember back to my 3x3 video, like there's like all U prime, all prime, that all applies to the 4x4 Rubik's Cube, just when you turn the outer layers. So all prime, U prime, F prime, B prime, L prime, D, and D prime. So all those. So, but also there is those layers. So if you turn two of them like this, that would be all wide. So it's same thing with this, except you just don't have a middle layer. Because for the 5x5, I did all 3 wide, which you did it 3 layers in, but with this, there's no such thing as all 3 wide. It's just all wide, or U wide, or F wide, or you get the point. And then if you just turn these layers, it would be considered all M. So say I said all M, so you do the right side in the middle layer. So all M, and then LM, and then there's U, and the M, and all the other stuff. So anyways, with that out of the way, let's learn how to solve the 4x4. Okay, so we have our cube scrambled, and now we are going to start solving it. So basically the first step is to solve all the centers. So basically it would be all the centers. So but real quick, you might be wondering, like, where do I put the centers? So there's 2 ways to do that. You can either just look at a different Rubik's Cube and do that, or what you can do is memorize this thing. It's called BOGR, so BOGR, or blue, orange, green, red. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to solve the white center. So the white center should be pretty easy because you don't have anything else to mess up, but you want to look for a bar, so basically 2 pieces, or it could be 3, like another white one right there. So for example, like that. But if you just have a bar, then put it on the left or right, and then look for the other 2 pieces. Then you can match them up. Should be pretty easy. And then you can pair them together. Or if there's no bars, then you can just find 2 edges, pair them up, put on the left or right, and then pair up the other 2. And then if one of the edges is opposite from there, you just put it into here by moving it in. And then now you can pair it up. So now for the opposite of that, so now we're going to go to yellow. So we're going to pair it up on the opposite side. So basically just, if there's already a bar, then just put it into the top layer. And this you're going to, after you put it into the top layer like that, you can do a U2. And then so now you can restore that white ball back. So now you're going to pair up. So now you're going to pair up the other 2 yellow pieces. So you can do slice moves like that with the white on bottom and yellow on top. Just and then you can pair it up by rotating the face. And then slice it back. And then this time, you're actually going to put it to where, so if you go like this, and then put it in, and then try to do it back, like try to put it back, it's not gonna go. So instead, you're just going to make it to where they're on the same line, or whatever, and then you're gonna put this one in, do a U2, and then now you can put it back down. So now this is where that boggle thing comes in. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the white side on the left, and then now you're going to pair it up. So first you can make the blue center, so it's like that, and then you're gonna go this way, and then this time I'm gonna make the orange center, so blue, so it'd be BO, or blue, orange, and make sure, like say I have these two pieces right here. So how I can pair them up is by going like that, and then, but now it breaks blue, so I can rotate it right there, and now it's on the same line. So now I look for these other two, which are diagonal from each other, so I can go like that, and then put it in. So basically, just solve the centers, just make sure to always restore the other centers after you break them. So now blue, orange, and then green, and then there's red. So I see these, which I can go like that, and I can see these two, so I'll put this right there, and then I can move it up, and then put it back down. So now we have all these centers done. And if you did it right, just like looking at a little big cube, or 3x3 or whatever, you can see that there's the white center, orange center, green center, and then it should be the right side. It should be right on the other side. So now we are going to move on to pairing the edges, which is basically going to pair up all of these pieces. So anyways, let's do that. So now on to pairing edges. You can do it two ways, and this is where your forced algorithm is going to come in. So first you're going to find two edges that need to be paired up. So I see this green and white right there, and then on the opposite there's green and white. So you can either do this two ways. You can either put them, so the green white is right here and the other one is right there. So you can put them both facing you, and then you're going to do your forced algorithm, which basically what the algorithm does is you're going to force move it right there, and then you're going to flip this spot, that algorithm, and then you're going to put it back. After you did it that way, the second way to do that, so we're going to find another little edge pair. So we can see this and this piece right here. And also, so when you're pairing up edge pieces, just make sure to if you just tone the outer layers, it's not going to affect the centers. Basically, so the other way to do it is you're going to put the centers to where one's right here, and then the other one is right there. So then what you're going to do is you're going to pair it up just like that, and then we're going to replace this edge with an unsolved edge so we can restore the centers. So we can see this edge is unsolved, so we can move this up, put that unsolved edge in its place, and then put it back down. So then now that edge has been paired up. So basically you're going to do this, draw out the cube, and basically when you're trying to find two pieces, make sure not to tone these pieces, just make sure to tone the outer pieces, so you can find two pieces, and then you can pair them up. So now when you're down to your last two centers, edges, then you're going to put them on the spots, and then you have to do the slice, flip, slice, which is basically slice, and then you flip the edge and put it back. So you have to do this, so make sure it's paired up in the right way, and not like that, but make sure that they are the same colors facing you, and then you just do the slice, flip, slice. So now we're going to go on to 3x3 stage, but do not back out of the video yet because there is one more thing you need to know. So now we're on 3x3 stage, and if you haven't learned how to solve 3x3, go check out my tutorial. And when you solve it on 3x3 stage, you only want to turn the outer pieces and not the inner pieces, or else it will mess up the centers. So make sure just to turn all the outer pieces, and then it will just be like a 3x3. So basically, the centers, these are edges, and then the corners are on their own. So just imagine these two pieces as an edge. So the red and yellow edge is that. So just imagine it as an parity algorithm, which I will have on screen. So basically, now after you have done the parity algorithm, now it should be an OLL case that you should know. So solve the cross. And also, don't leave yet, because there's still one more type of parity, which is PLL parity, which basically, so PLL parity is when there is two edges swapped. So basically, on 3x3, it'd be like two edges swapped right here, but on a 4x4, that is possible, but on a 3x3 it's not. So that's right. So we can see, you probably can't tell, but this yellow and blue edge needs to be swapped with this orange and yellow edge, because if I do an algorithm, then now you can see not only two edges have been swapped, so like it's really not possible. So I have these two that need to be swapped, and you can't do that unless you rearrange the cube. So with 4x4, the parity algorithm, so I did not show you it on the 5x5 because it's not possible to have a PLL parity. It's only possible to have PLL parity on even layer cubes and not odd layer cubes. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to hold the two the two swapped edges, and you're going to hold it in the front and the back side. So these two need to be switched. So I'm going to hold it in the front top. One of them going to hold in the front top and do all M2, U2, all M2, U wide 2, all M2, and then you can just see that this piece needs to be solved. So now if you did all steps right, you should have a solved cube. So that was our video on how to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. So if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and me and Pi will see you next time.